guys, and welcome to another video. Yes, I know it's not Thursday and it's not because I'm late or anything, but this is an extra video. So I want to talk to you about this book, I Wish You Happy by Kerry Anne King. So this book comes out today because hopefully I'll be uploading this on the 1st of July. It comes out in stores, and I was sent this by Kerry because she's a friend of mine and I've read her other books that she read under a different name. Carrie Schaefer? I never know how to pronounce it. But those were fantasy books, and this is a completely different one, but I absolutely loved it. She sent it to me asking if I want to read it and maybe like upload a picture, but I figured that I would make a review video as well. So just to clarify, she didn't ask me to do a review, and this isn't like, oh, she's my friend, so it's like the most amazing book I've ever read. This is gonna be an honest review, guys, and spoiler free. So I Wish You Happy is about this woman, Ray, who doesn't really have the best of relationship with her parents. She doesn't have that many friends as well. She kind of finds it easier to connect with animals than with people, which I'm sure that a lot of people can relate to. Because one of her biggest problems is the fact that she's an empath. She feels things very strongly and she can pick up on other people's emotions, and it's sometimes hard to feel which emotions are actually hers and which are another person's. And I could actually really relate to this because I'm a bit of an empath myself. I've always been able to tell what people are feeling, and like if someone's really happy or really sad, I feel that immediately, and it's kind of hard to separate it from your own feelings, especially since I have anxiety. And if, like, for instance, my brother is stressed out or something, I kind of just have to get out of there or I will get a panic attack. It's just because I pick up on it and it's just lodges itself into my heart, I guess, and I know it's not my feelings, but I feel it really strongly. So I could definitely connect to her about that. But even if you're not, of course everyone has empathy, but if you're not an empath, like, don't feel it that strongly, it's really interesting, I think, to read and to figure out, you know, some people handle emotions completely differently, and like parties and large groups of people or like really emotional people, yeah, some people react different to that. Anyway, I just thought that that was really interesting. That's not like, you know, the main plot line or anything, but just something that I want to talk about because I don't think I've ever read another book about an empath unless you count Charmed books, but that was more like of a magical empathy, so I don't know. Okay, so basically we have Ray, who isn't like very happy, she doesn't have very good relationships, and then one day when her pet rat Oscar died and she's like really upset and she wants to bury him somewhere, she is driving along with him in a little shoebox and then collides with a cyclist who basically swerved in front of her car and she ran over her. So this woman that she ran over, called Kat, she actually managed to save her, like keep her alive long enough before the ambulance came, and she's now in the hospital, and Ray feels this like overwhelming sense of responsibility. Like, of course you would feel responsible because you ran her over. It wasn't like she didn't do it on purpose, she wasn't drunk or anything like that, but yeah, so she goes to the hospital and meets with this woman, and it's kind of like the question is out there, did she do this on purpose? Like, is this a woman who was out to kill herself using Ray and her car to do it? So while this woman is like recovering, she either has to go to sort of like a mental hospital because the professionals think that maybe she did want to kill herself, or like some other option, she doesn't want to go to her husband. So basically Ray tells them, you can live with me. So that's like a huge thing to do for a person that you didn't really meet, you only ran her over. Because like she's on pain medication and she's a risk for maybe trying to kill herself again, and she's depressed, like obviously because you were in a car accident, but like you find out that there's more going on. I won't say what, but it's basically like this really big task that she takes upon herself. I'm gonna put the book down, I have no idea, I was just like holding it up. So it's basically a book about Ray and this woman Kat and their relationships, and also Ray trying to figure out who she is and how to be more happy herself as well, and like her relationship with other people around her. It's basically like just this glimpse into her life and this mess of her life basically that she's trying to sort out. And as I said already, I love the fact that she was an empath. That was really interesting to read, and like for me it was really interesting because I kind of know where she's coming from, not that seriously as she has it, but it was really fun to read about for once. And I suppose it's also about how much influence you can have on other people, and like how much you influence other people's lives without maybe you even realizing. So it's basically kind of like a very emotional book about these people just, you know, trying to get their lives together, I suppose, and figure out what to do. And I'm not really sure how to do a review about this without like saying too much about the plot and everything. I don't really read a lot of these books. I was a little bit apprehensive beforehand, thinking like, I don't, like, for the last few years I've been reading more and more normal book, contemporary books, whatever you want to call them, like not fancy basically, but most of those are young adults. So that is a bit different because this book is not young adult. So I don't know, I was a bit like, oh, will I like it? Because I never really read books like that. The last time I read books that weren't fancy and weren't young adult, maybe like with one or two exceptions, was probably back in high school when I had to read books that weren't fancy young adult or classics, because I read a lot of classics. But anyway, I did enjoy it. It's still not entirely my genre, because what I love about young adult versions of this is just, I know, it's usually like a really fluffy light read, I guess. I don't know really what the difference is, but I am definitely more comfortable with fantasy books still, and young adult obviously, but I really enjoyed it, like I said. So this is what you get when you never really read these kind of books. I just keep on rambling. I think this review has gone on long enough. If you want to know more about Kerry Anne King, you can follow her on Twitter. I'll leave her name here somewhere, her Twitter handle, and the book, like I said, is coming out today. But also, if you want a chance to win this, well, not this copy, but a copy of this book, then all you have to do is let me know down below in the comments, and I will tag you with a picture of this book. The coming week, every day I can upload like a picture, and then Kerry is gonna pick winners that she will send the book to. So I can nominate someone else to win, basically, because I already have the book and I'm really happy with it. So yeah, if you want a chance to win this, just basically leave your like Twitter or Instagram name down below, and I will try and enter as many of you as I can. So I hope you enjoyed this little extra video. I think I'm gonna go and maybe do a bookshelf tour video next. I'm not entirely sure yet, so don't keep me to that, but I have these lovely new bookshelves and I should do a tour sooner than later, probably, so I might film that right after this. But I might also not. Yeah. So I will see you again with another video on Thursday. Bye!